What's going on, beautiful people? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European trading session. It's 10 minutes after 10, and we are already 10 minutes into the European opening. Let's see what's happening with the markets today. European stocks open higher today. However, investors' confidence remains weak as new lockdown measures might come into place. European currencies extended the losses overnight, with the euro trading close to its support levels at 11706. UK government tells people to work from home if possible. Oil extended losses overnight, potentially targeting the $39 mark again. And gold goes back to the 1900 level, leaving a trail of lower highs and lower lows. The question is the big short just around the corner? Welcome to the European opening. Let's have a look at the charts, guys, and see how the markets perform today and what are the top performing news. European stock markets are seen largely rebounding today after the previous session sharp losses. However, the overall tone remains weak amid concerns that the region's recovery will be stemmed by fresh lockdowns. At 2:05 a.m. Eastern Time, the DAX futures contract in Germany traded 0.2% lower. CAC 40 futures in France climbed 0.6%, and the FTSE 100 futures contract in the UK rose 0.6%. I was checking out Bloomberg a minute ago, and shortly after the European opening, we see the DAX, the CAC 40, and the FTSE futures pushing a bit higher. Right, a fresh COVID-19 outbreak in Europe is increasing fears of more new lockdowns on the continent, with the UK due to announce new restrictions on bars and restaurants later today. Yesterday, the UK government's chief scientific advisor, Patrick Vallance, warned that the rate of infections could reach around 50,000 a day by mid-October without curbs. A number of European countries, including France, Spain, and Greece, have already implemented new restrictive measures, while Germany's health minister said the trend of cases is worrying. What's worth noting, guys, and I don't know if you agree, usually when you have brave statements like this, it means something is going on. Okay, usually governments don't come out front with statements like this when the situation is under control. We all know by now, probably not all the cases are announced on a daily basis. And once a week or once a month, they do a recount and a rebalancing of cases. And that's how they decide how dangerous this virus could still be. From what we see here, the situation is getting worse in Europe. And if a country like UK, a huge country like UK with a huge economy, is sending people messages of stay indoors, try and work from home if possible. Now that is a serious thing. Right. Hi, guys. No, unfortunately, I don't speak Arabic. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's move on and see what else is happening. But I'm glad you're watching. Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, if you're here and you're watching us live now, let me reveal the trivia question of the day, guys, and maybe you can win an amazing prize. So the trivia question of the day is, what is the name of the charge that occurs when the trades remain open overnight? Let's see who knows the answer to this one. So I'll show you the question once again. What is the name of the charge that occurs on your trading account when the trades remain open overnight? Very easy question, guys. I covered it a few days ago. If you followed, it's very easy. Come on, give me an answer. What is the name of the charge that occurs when the trades remain open overnight, and why? Right, I will reveal the answer in the next few minutes. Till then, let's move on with the news and try and understand how the markets will perform today. Right, moving on. The economic data slate is largely empty in Europe today. Instead, investors are likely to concentrate on the U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, as he makes first of its 3 appearances on Capitol Hill this week to discuss the central bank's response to the COVID pandemic. I'll show you in the economic calendar, very busy week this week, with Jerome Powell testifying 3 days in a row, guys. 3 days in a row. A lot of volatility expected on the US dollar on the US trading session once Jerome Powell goes to the board. Right, in corporate news, banks will remain in focus after Monday's substantial losses on the back of a report alleging that several continued to profit from transactions with suspicious entities despite flagging up concerns to the authorities. Right, this is what is happening on the Europe front. Okay, so right, let's move on. Let's move on and have a look at the charts, guys, and see how the markets opened today. We see crude oil futures currently trading at 39.63 after oil dropped about 50 pips on the Asian session. Okay, we see the RSI and the stochastic still shy, pointing upwards slightly. We see a higher low being created there. So we might get a bit of volume today, and we might see oil price pushing back to the $40 mark, if not a bit higher. Moving on, having a look at the euro. The euro extended the losses on the Asian trading session with the RSI and the stochastic still pointing downwards, and currently euro is trading at 117.33. Okay, the news that comes from the Europe side that the COVID cases are severely increasing. We start hearing more and more about this. If you remember, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, there was just a tiny rumor that transformed into headlines every day, if not twice a day, about other countries in Europe taking measures and about the COVID virus extending its casualties, unfortunately. So right, nothing good is on the horizon yet for the euro to see a rebound or a retracement or something like that. In fact, if I decrease the time frame, you can see the euro pushing even lower, to 117.31. Okay, and probably will push way lower, but let's wait for the markets to confirm. Moving on. The pound obviously is dropping, guys. Currently trading at 127.63. Again, extending the losses overnight, especially after news like this coming from UK. The USD, on the other hand, increased its trading volume slightly, pushing the price a bit higher overnight to 104.58 on the USD JPY. Again, the RSI hasn't managed to reach the overbought section, and the stochastic, as we see down there in the oversold, pointing towards the upside. Let's see how the markets will perform later on today. The Aussie dollar, again, just like gold, took a beating last night, currently trading at 0.7190. And by the looks of it, the downtrend will continue with the Aussie dollar potentially reaching the 171.58 or the 171.41 in the near future. However, we must remember financial markets are unpredictable, and anything might happen. Looking at USD Canadian, again, we see the excellent rally that the US dollar had overnight. Apparently, investors are a bit more confident in the US dollar than in the European currencies. I don't know why that is, but anyway, let's move on. We see the S&P 500, guys, and the Dow Jones closing the day a bit higher yesterday, but still in the red zone, with the S&P trading at 32.81 and the Dow Jones trading slightly higher at 27.146, but still way lower from where they were beginning of September. So overall, I think they're still 20% lower this month. Moving on, again, we're looking at the dollar index, guys, which advanced for the last 8 hours or so. Let's see if this advance will continue. We see the RSI and the stochastic trading very high at the overbought section. Hopefully the situation will change a bit today, balancing the European currencies versus the US dollar. Gold, guys, managed to go as low as the 1900 mark overnight, still pointing downwards. Still the RSI and the stochastic are focused on the downside. Let's see, will gold break the 1900 level today? Is the big short just around the corner, guys? This is the question. A lot of volatility on the markets, and is becoming very interesting and dangerous in the same time if you're caught on the wrong side of the trade. But the good news is, after every rally like this that lasts for 1 or 2 or 3 days, usually there is a correction of the market, guys. So if you're caught on the wrong side of the trade, you have two options. Either you take a small loss, if you can take that small loss, and if the loss is small, obviously, or you just hang in there for dear life, praying for the best. And usually that correction starts after a sharp sell-off like this, minimizing your losses at least. Yeah, I'm not saying the trades will go back to zero. I'm not saying the trades will go back into profit, but at least you can minimize some of the losses if you get caught on the wrong side of the trade. Right, we're looking at Brent oil futures currently trading at 41.55. Apparently, the Brent oil managed to stop the decline it had overnight, but still very, very shy as things stand right now. We see the RSI and the stochastic give it a bit of hope, both pointing upwards and trading close to the oversold level. So hopefully Brent oil will get a bit of a push today, going back to the $42 mark at least. Silver, on the other hand, extends losses just as gold, with the RSI and the stochastic pointing downwards. We can see the sharp decline silver futures had overnight, currently trading at 24,200. But again, we need to wait a bit longer to see what's going to happen. What's a fact, guys? If it's going to break the 24 mark, then very likely most traders will target the 23.19 or the 23.20 level or somewhere in that region as the first take profit target. Bitcoin, guys, your favorite, also dropped sharply overnight, currently trading at 10,460. So Bitcoin is trading $700 lower than yesterday. Okay, still in the 10,000 mark, still didn't manage to create a lower low versus the previous low. So the uptrend could still be there for Bitcoin. There you go. Let's look at it on a 1 hour chart. Yeah, you can see the sharp drop, and now apparently will start a small correction. How long will this correction last for? No one knows. We know Bitcoin has the ability of jumping $300, $400, $500 within a few minutes or a couple of hours. Right, this is what is going on with the markets today. Let's have a quick look at the economic calendar, guys, and see what is expected in the economic calendar. Right, so we have a holiday again in Japan. The Asian markets were closed yesterday and today as well. That's why these sharp sell-offs. There was no other party to counterbalance this downwards movement. Right, so we have in 6 minutes, we're going to have a press conference from the Bank of England. We have Governor Bailey holding a press conference that will hopefully give the pound a bit of a boost. Either way, okay, we need a bit of volatility there to be able to make some profits, guys. Okay, later on at 3 o'clock Europe time, GMT plus 3, we're going to have a press conference from the European Central Bank. Again, a bit of volatility expected on the European currencies. And at 5 o'clock Europe time, we're going to have existing home sales. Okay, and then shortly after, we're going to have Federal Chairman Jerome Powell testifying in front of the Senate. Okay, just before he testifies, we're going to have another press conference from the European Central Bank. Yeah, so a lot of volatility happening today around 5:30 in the afternoon Europe time. Yeah, the volatility will definitely start at the US opening, and it will continue with the existing home sales. Right, later on, just before midnight in Europe, we're going to have API weekly crude oil stock, guys. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Crude oil inventories are expected. Let's see what is happening with the API crude oil stock, which usually gives us a hint on the oil reserves that America has in storage. Right. On the other hand, we have tropical storm Beta hitting the mainland and advancing, towards Houston, Texas. It is expected to go somewhere towards the right, towards Houston, Texas, Lake Charles, and probably New Orleans. We know this entire area is in red. Let's see what that will happen. On the other side, we have some fires in California, which firefighters are struggling with for a week or two. Okay, which again weighs heavily on the US dollar. So why is the US dollar shining? Why are the US indices moving downwards? I don't have the answer. I don't think anyone knows, but it defies logic a bit if you think about it. That's why I'm saying, let's see what is going to happen today, guys. Now, let me give you the answer to the question. Where's the question? There it is. What is the name of the charge that occurs when the trades remain open overnight? The answer is very, very simple, guys. It's called the swap or the rollover fee. Okay, which is a small fee, a very, very small fee, which traders pay to keep their trades open overnight. Yeah, whenever you roll your trades over into the next day, you're going to have this tiny, tiny fee, which is called a rollover fee or a swap. Okay, this was the answer to the question. For the ones of you that knew the answer, well done. For the ones of you that didn't, no problem. This is the whole point. You're learning on the go. If you like the content, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe everywhere you come across these lovely webinars and support us in delivering more quality content. This was it from my side today, guys. Join me at 4:30 at the US opening. Let's ring the bell together and open the US markets. Until then, remember to trade responsibly and may all your trades be in the money.